in Colorado Springs. Mark Schoenster, Eric Dobransky with you on ESPN+. Orange County, you can see, no wins, but no losses either. 2 draws to start, trying to flip that script here at home. Meanwhile, Colorado Springs trying to make it a 2nd win in a row in league play. Here's what Orange County will be trotting out.
Yeah, first start of the regular season for Ethan Zubak, who led this side with 11 goals a season ago.
Eric, who's that between the sticks there?
Colin Shuttler getting the nod against his former team, along with this back line anchored by Talon Maples, Matt Mahoney, experience along that back line.
Orange County and Colorado Springs ready to do battle here on ESPN+. From Irvine, California, Mark Schoenster, Eric Dobransky with you on the broadcast. We really fill up that little bug drop there, Eric. So now, the first corner kick of the evening for Colorado Springs. They'll be able to recycle this one, give it another go. Ball whipped in, parried to the top of the 18. Wind-up shot! That one had some heat sizzling off of it. Levante Johnson.
Oh, and he was just lurking at the top of the 18-yard box, just waiting for his opportunity to strike. Puts everything behind this left-footed strike, just well off target, though.
I mean, if you get that anywhere near frame, I don't think the goalkeeper's stopping that.
It's problems.
Ball crossed inside, takes a bounce, wind-up effort, deflected off the line. Close to opening the scoring.
And this is what War can do from that right back position. His energy to go forward, his assert.
And now a corner kick for Orange County. Ryan Dogman. Ball headed along, trickling inside. Man, a blue jersey got contact on that ball, awfully close to goal. Now it's lifted in the 18 again. Headed towards the goal by Maples, but ultimately an easy claim for Alex Rando. Rando with the pursuer. Moore heads it forward. Bunbury had it knocked away from him. Just been stifled here in the past 20-ish minutes for Orange County. Perhaps one more go for the visitors here. And that'll do it for the first half of action. Both sides took some trips into the attacking third, but it was only for sightseeing. It's 0-0 between the two sides after. Nil-nil after 45 minutes. Let's see if one of these two sides can claim all 3 points here in the second half of action. Shuttler returning back to Orange County after having played here for 3 years now with Switchbacks FC, competing for that starting job with Christian Herrera. Alan McCann said, as far as what he's looking for in his goalkeeper, he's looking for reliability, leadership, and composure. And that can be demonstrated through how you train, coupled with sustained success on the pitch. It's going to be an interesting competition to monitor throughout the year, and it may be one where you operate under the philosophy of riding the hot hand who's playing well. So we could fast forward to June and it could be Herrera, and then you could take another month or two forward and it could be Shuttler again, just depending on how things are clicking. Here's Perez. He'll play it up top. Curling effort! And with Mahoney going to the bench.
And commanding that attention out in the wide space. Perez and lays this ball off. Kind of back to that point about goalkeepers, but also Alan McCann adding to the point that this roster was built to be deep, too deep in every position, and so the goalkeeping position is no different. Two players that can play at a high level, that can compete week in, week out. And that goes along for the other 10 positions ahead of that, in front of the goalkeeper.
It can't be a cliff fall off, he said, about the depth of the roster. And it's this part of the year, the busy weeks, that it has to show up, that recruitment process. He said when you bring in a squad, everyone has to be someone you can rely on. And the goalkeeper is no exception. I know that fans will look at the goalkeeper and think, well, they don't get anywhere near as much wear and tear as your field player would, but it's obviously an entirely different set of battles that a goalkeeper has to go through, and you need to be ready for having more than one option there. So far through 5 minutes, neither goalkeeper has really had to get tested yet. Of course, still a ton of game left to be played. Both sides have made their trips into dangerous areas, but once they've gotten there, they've run out of gas. This one will be launched into the 18. Tried to be looped along, and there's maybe a moment that a counter could have been orchestrated, but Patrick Burner able to get to the ball first. That was a good touch. Now Zubak is just too far ahead of him.
These are some of the spells that Danny Stone and Orange County are going to have to navigate when you have players in and out of the roster. Obviously, availability as well contributes to that. Saw Liam McKinnon out, and we've seen Bunbury have to step in for Jameer Johnson now, who was called in, which are all good things, but now you have that need to click.
Bennett lets it fly.
Finds this pocket of space, and that late application of pressure from Orange County.
Sometimes you just need a little jolt like that too, just someone to give something a go. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. And I talked to Danny Stone about the older guys that also stuck around, and what are some of the things that's keeping them there as Corey Bennett wins the ball back. Bennett streaking in. Corey Bennett still going. A heroic challenge there from Brewitt.
And right on cue, one of those returners, Tom Brewitt, makes a big play, just never stops running, commits to leave Levante. Usman Silla coming on. If he can provide that difference.
Silla making his return, making his first appearance of the season. Had a bit of an injury-riddled year last season. Usman Silla, another guy that they love to have back in full shape this year. He certainly has the pedigree to be a difference maker. Daroma, I mean, that's pretty classic from him. Always winding around. Ball bouncing inside, headed along. Juan Tejada, didn't seem like there was much going on there, but he's still able to whip something towards goal.
And there's that tidy technical ability from Frank Daroma. Back on the ball.
Shuttler in pursuit, able to get that one away.
And for Colorado Springs switchbacks, you mentioned Orange County going to Oakland. They're going to New Mexico United. Next up, and then obviously you squeeze in an Open Cup match in there, and then they host Lexington.
Now we wait for the go-ahead as time is winding away. Silla stepping in. Usman Silla deflects up into the air. Not knotted down clearly. It's a late game stunner. Orange County up top.
And this is just being opportunistic in nature, just floating into an area that is vacated. Inability for the switchbacks to clear their lines, clear their box. And the youngster just powers through this one. Yeah, here you go, team. Here's a goal. But again, collective effort from the bodies that surrounded the 18-yard box, the movement around that second and third wave. And it starts with Silla, that take from distance. Yes, it was blocked, but then still you have a lot of players in the proper positions. Just a ruthless take from Tyson Espy. Saw that ball dropping, had a nose for goal. And now it's on the Colorado Springs switchbacks. They're gonna throw everything at trying to find this equalizer.
Ryan Dogman right now on the ground. The free kick is incoming for Colorado Springs, but Dogman still in a considerable amount of pain.
And you get Sam Williams over this free kick. Somebody with his quality. He's gonna know exactly where this needs to go to provide a test for Orange County.
Curling effort. Not out of danger yet. And it's just off target. Tejada again.
Clipped in far post. You keep battling for position. That
could be onto something else here. Orange County, that is. But now Kazar couldn't quite lift that one forward, but he does get the deflection. Time ticking away for the visitors. Orange County with an 89th minute goal from the 16-year-old Tyson Espy. Still been under a year since he joined Orange County, was signed back in August. As you would imagine for a youngster like that, eyes are a little wide at first, a little overwhelmed. The culture shock hits you. But now, that's a good way to really get yourself ingrained with the club. Right now, the author of their first win of the season, if they could see this to its conclusion. And right on cue they have. Orange County, 3 points